Welcome to this 5-minute lesson in shell programming. What we're going to talk about in this lesson are called deletion operators, and they allow you to delete patterns from the values contained within variables and return the remaining portion of that value to standard output. And the deletion operators that we're going to look at are the single pound sign, the double pound sign, the single um, percent sign, and the double percent sign. And one thing to remember about these, or the way to remember which one is which, is that the pound sign, which usually starts a comment, deletes the patterns from the beginning of the value, and the percent sign matches the patterns that begin at the end of the value. And the larger the pattern, the larger the operator, I should say, the larger the pattern that it matches. So the single pound sign, the single percent sign, matches the smallest pattern. The double percent sign and double pound sign, double percent sign matches the largest pattern. And so these can match any shell variable or any environment variable, and the patterns that they match are corn shell patterns, not regular expressions. All right, so let's see a couple of examples of this. Let's look at the value of the PWD variable. So you probably already know the value of the PWD variable always contains the value of your current or your present working directory. Using the double percent sign, the double pound sign variable, we can delete the largest matching pattern from the beginning of the value that matches the pattern star slash. And so that says to match 0 or more characters followed by a slash. So that would match that pattern. Star slash would match that pattern all the way up to that slash, because that is the last slash in the value. So what you get back from that is simply the remaining portion of the value. So we got back deletion operators out of that. That was the last value. If we use the smallest matching pattern option on that, the single pound sign, and give it the same pattern, what we see we get back is almost the entire value because it matched the slash at the beginning of the PWD variable. So notice that the PWD variable, the value of the PWD variable doesn't change. The only thing that changes is the value that it returns to you to standard output. So let's look at using the delete the smallest matching pattern from the beginning of the line and give it a pattern of asterisk, 0 or more characters, asterisk followed by an upper or lowercase d. Well, in that instance, the matching pattern would match the smallest matching pattern, which would be the beginning of the line all the way up to that lowercase d, and what we get back is the remaining portion of that. If we use the double pound sign operator and give it the exact same pattern, we see that it matches all the way up to the uppercase D and deletes that portion of the value, and what we get back is that value. We can also do that with the home directory tilde, and so if we say to match the smallest matching pattern followed by a tilde, that's going to match the home directory, and what we got back was the remaining portion of that value. Using the percent sign operator, we can match the smallest matching pattern from the end of the value that matches the pattern slash star, and the value of slash star would match up to the smallest value that is a slash followed by 0 or more characters. So it would match that. That is the portion that would be deleted from the value. And so in that case, what we get back is this portion of PWD. We can do the same thing with the largest matching pattern from the end of the value, but in this case, slash star will match everything up to the beginning slash. So if we do that again and give it a different pattern now, we'll give it the upper lowercase d followed by anything, then it's going to match the largest matching pattern will be all the way up to that lowercase d. So it would match that, but it would also match all the way up to there. So what we get back is the slash home slash at the beginning of the value. And if we did that with the smallest matching pattern, we would get back, it would delete this portion of the value, and what we got back was that portion all the way up to the slash. So how do we use this with shell scripts? We can then assign these portions of the value to another variable and use that variable in our shell scripts, or we can pass those values to functions or use it directly with other Unix utilities, however you want to use it. And it's not just with, certainly not with the PWD variable, it's with any shell variable or any environment variable. So that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the subscribe button, and I will upload more videos as I create them.